It seems that Atwoli is not the only angry man over the new NHIF scheme. Echoing the same sentiments is the NHIF board chair that was suspended on Thursday afternoon, a few hours after he made a decision to suspend NHIF CEO Richard Kirich without the support of any other board member. With Cotu and FKE seemingly reading from the same script, it emerged blatantly that the Labour Ministry, which is one of the parties in the tripartite arrangement, could be forced to reconsider its stand as far as the new NHIF rates are concerned.
We as the Federation are in agreement with Cotu that this issue needs to be revisited and reconsidered. Further, given that most employers already have a medical insurance scheme in place for their employees.
On this effect, Central Organization of Trade Union Secretary General Francis Atwoli seized the opportunity to serve the Labour Minister a strike notice on Tuesday during the Labour Day celebrations, contesting the new rates he termed as above the common worker affordability.
These are poor workers, the rich. When you factor in the fact that contributions have moved from the highest 320 shillings to 2,000 pop, that is around 525% increment. And therefore, if the government is really sensitive to the workers, it should also increase the salary of workers by 525%.
He said that workers had not been adequately consulted over the new rates that will see the highest contributor remit 2,000 Kenya shillings, where the lowest contribution will be 150 shillings based on basic earnings. Atwoli claimed that there were certain powerful individuals who are pushing for the implementation of the new NHIF rates, openly promising to whistleblow on the fishy ploy behind the scheme.
I will name them. I will name them. I will name them.
But before Atwoli made his threats real, trouble had begun brewing at the NHIF Board of Management. After a board meeting on Thursday, some board members rejected and walked out on the NHIF's chairman's idea of suspending CEO Richard Kirich and 4 other NHIF managers. Nonetheless, the chair made his statement to the media.
Recently, we have received information, and even by name, of my CEO, which has therefore forced me to recommend to the board that the CEO of National Hospital Insurance Fund step aside to allow the board to investigate this matter, and that this should be with immediate effect.
This matter was not to be taken so lightly. Angered by his statement, the Vice Chair Wilson Sosion took the stand and dismissed the announcement, saying the chairman's decision was not binding on all other members.
The board chair has given, in my capacity as a vice chair who sat in the board throughout, does not reflect the true position of the board of management. And therefore, it is inconsistent with the law and out of procedure. I've been in consultation.
I mean, this is not right. A pressman, I have talked to you. We just made him a vice chair
when
last week.
When the chairman came,
it is finished. If you want, you should go.
In accordance with the law, it requires that any suspension of the chief executive or a member,
can you leave now?
Must be ratified by the members of the board. As this was going on, Medical Services Permanent Secretary Mary Ngare, who is a member of the NHIF board, walked into the boardroom and delivered what she said was the Medical Services Minister's position on the matter.
Whatever had been decided earlier by the chairman here is null and void, and again, it is his personal opinion.
But before PS Mary Ngare left the room, Professor Muga dismissed her statement, terming it interference of the board's work.
Okay, thank you very much. That is the PS. I chair the board. And when I come to the board meeting, I don't have to consult the PS. She was supposed to be here. So this is my position. There is a problem in this board, and even the PS is part of it. The CEO only listens to the PS. She even approved his leave without coming to the board. You cannot have PS manipulate a board. This is not correct. I am a Kenyan.
A few minutes later, the Public Service Permanent Secretary handed to the media a letter from Minister Anyang Nyongo'o suspending Professor Richard Muga as the chair of NHIF. But on Friday, the Central Organization of Trade Unions said the minister could be having a hand in the treacherous deal given to uninspected clinics. Cotu, through its Deputy Secretary General George Mushai, vowed to push for Anyang Nyongo'o's removal from office so as to lay bare the hidden agenda behind the scandalous claims of corruption at the NHIF and its board.
The Honorable Anyang Nyongo'o is one of those cabinet ministers who the Secretary General, during his address on the 1st of May, the Labor Day celebrations, referred to that is out on a looting spree at the NHIF and is determined to go to any length to ensure that enough money gets into his pocket, and we call upon His Excellency the President, Mwai Kibaki, together with the Right Honorable Prime Minister, Raila Odinga, to move with speed and relieve Honorable Nyongo'o of his duties and immediately disband the National Hospital Insurance Fund Board.
The hit at the NHIF began after the fund, which already has outpatient covers for civil servants, increased the mandatory contribution by all workers as of May 1st. The outpatient cover scheme has raised questions over the amount to be paid and possible loopholes that might see cases of fraud. The new rates will see those earning below 6,000 Kenya shillings contribute 150 shillings per month. Those earning above 50,000 shillings will pay 1,000 shillings, while those earning more than 100,000 shillings will pay 2,000 shillings from the flat rate of 320 shillings per month. Today, the acting head of public service announced that a caretaker committee will be appointed to quell the NHIF drama. Violet Makendo, GBS.